You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited, bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clock. Wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back until you straight rock in. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Come on in, come on in. Make sure you hit the share button, the like button, the subscription button, especially if you're not already subscribed. Excuse me. And also, please make sure you hit the notification. That notification bell. Please and thank you very, very kindly. But come on in, everybody, so we can get to it with this Housewives review. Now, I am one episode behind on the Housewives of Atlanta, so we are going to be reviewing season 13, episode 8. So please bear with me because I've been working like crazy hours for a while now. So I'm really trying to keep up, with all my shows and everything. So again, please bear with me. But yes, the new episode came on tonight, so I'm gonna try to review that within the next few days. But again, this is going to be the Housewives of Atlanta, season 13, episode 8, and it was called "Bitch Please." So again, make sure you come on in. Hit any comments you got to say about the show or the cast or the storylines. Please feel free to put it in the comment section, and let's jump right into this review. So, Kenya, she had planned a little getaway for the ladies, in South Kakalaki, it was at a place called the Isles of Palms. And as we saw last week, Kenya had made arrangements for her and her new friend Latoya to travel by jet, along with Kenya's daughter and nanny. And of course, the other ladies were not too pleased with, hearing about Kenya, not only traveling by jet, but also bringing her child along with her. So at the beginning of this episode, the ladies are still on that bus, making their way, trucking it to the beach. Per Portia, what was supposed to be a 4-hour trip turned out to be an 8-hour trip. And again, they were still upset about how Kenya didn't even offer them the option of flying and or bringing their child and a nanny. Heck, Portia was so upset over Kenya, bringing her daughter Brooklyn and her nanny that she was ready to go home. And out of all the ladies, it seemed like Candy was the only one who was giving Kenya the benefit of the doubt. And I can agree with her, for the most part, that if I had nobody to watch my child, including their father, I wouldn't just hire any old person to keep my child for like 5 days. Like, who would do such a thing? Would you? Would you let me know? So, as I asked y'all last week, do you think the ladies were overreacting? Would you have been that upset? I mean, again, in Kenya's defense, like Candy stated, Kenya is a single parent. The other ladies who have kids either have a village to help them out, some support team when needed, or the father of their child is, there in their day-to-day lives to help them out. And from what we can tell from Kenya's husband, soon to be ex-husband, is that he's not too involved in Brooklyn's life, at least not physically. I'm not saying he's not supporting, but he does live in New York, right? So more than likely, he wasn't about to travel down to no ATL to tend to his daughter just so Kenya could go on a mini vacation and start some shit. Nope. But nevertheless, I also agree with Cynthia, in saying that what Kenya did was still super shady. The ladies had to travel like 8 hours in a bus with no bathroom on board, compared to Kenya's speedy and comfy trip on a jet. But for the most part, the ladies, they held in their feelings, once they arrived. Everyone was excited about being away, to enjoy a wonderful time at the beach house, at least so they hoped. And first thing first, Kenya. She had, started handing out these name tags so that the ladies for one night can be like their alter ego, for the evening. And I think out of all the names, I really like Dynasty or Dynasty, which is what Tanya chose. And I like that one the most. But Portia's, she chose Peach Juice. I like that one the least. I mean, I totally understand how Portia came up with the alter ego name, but still, yeah, it was a no for me. I was just picturing her as she was trying to describe, I'm a dancer on a stripper pole, and was hot and sweaty up in there. And she talking about dripping peach juices, and I'm like, nope, it's a no. But speaking of dripping, child, did y'all see the way Portia hurted her butt over that damn couch? I just know that when those fake cops came through there screaming like that, that Portia had just pissed in her damn pants. I was like, what the hell is going on? But obviously, Kenya, she had put together a murder mystery game for the ladies along with fake cops and everything. And Drew was like, this is the most ghetto mystery bullshit I've never seen in my entire life. Like, what the hell is this ghetto mess? But, I think the ladies, if they would have knew about it ahead of time, like they should have known about the jet ahead of time, they might have been a little bit more prepared. I mean, the ladies literally just got off an 8-hour bus ride, drinking along the entire way. Then soon after they set foot in this house, some lady comes running through the room, falling out on the floor from a fake knife wound. Then a set of fake cops come running through, screaming, yelling, hollering at them. So, the girls was drunk. Hell, they was drunk. Like, how the hell are you going to solve or even help solve a murder mystery while you drunk on your ass? Them girls was this close to being white girl wasted. Portia was up there twerking and popping and dropping it like it was hot. She was slurring and everything, talking about what's happening. I just came to drink and dance. I don't want to play no murder game. And while Tanya and Candy was really trying to solve the mystery, Portia, Shamia, Cynthia, LaToya and them, they was breaking it down, y'all. They was all on the ground. They was getting it, boy. They was getting it. And although they were having fun, what did y'all think about what that white blonde fake cop said? Like, right before the ladies really started really dancing, he yelled out, is there some hoes in this house? Woo! Woo, is there some hoes in this house? I was like, no, his white ass didn't just call those black women a bunch of hoes. Like, where's Rosa Parks when we need her, y'all? And it was like, am I the only one who was feeling that way? Everybody else, they just kept dancing and trying to solve the mystery. And I was like, okay. I see you, white boy. I see you. But then, when Kenya had gave the answer away. And then told Tanya, that she won because she tried the hardest to solve the mystery. I mean, after giving Marlo that horrible tiny little room, though, I think that the winner of the game was going to be fixed anyway. Because there was no way that that Kenya was going to allow Marlo to be able to switch to a better room. She had already had that set up. So by giving out the answer, she made sure that Marlo got stuck in that little closet space. I mean, that's how it seems, right? That's how it seems that it was set up all along. But as far as Fallon, I don't understand. I will never understand why couples bring their mates to an event that is not for mates. Fallon brought her whole husband to a ladies' trip. And usually the only time couples do things like that is because they don't trust each other. Either the one staying at home can't be trusted or the one on the road can't be trusted. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Or both. But that was hardly the biggest issue for the ladies on this trip. When LaToya grabbed Drew by the wrist, talking about let's discuss Drew's struggling husband. First of all, why was she being so aggressive with her? Second of all, how dare she diss her husband, calling him struggling? You got the struggle husband. And I mean, like, I know that LaToya had made a joke a while back saying that she hates Drew because of the TV show called The Game. Drew was playing the side chick. And a lot of people who love that show, back in the day, they wasn't too fond of Drew's character on the show. On the show, keyword show, because she came in between Derwin and Melanie's relationship. But now I'm beginning to wonder. Is Latoya one of those like crazy fans who, see an actor or actress out in public, runs up to them, slaps them, or curses them out, or spits on them, or kick them in the kneecap, for something that they did on a TV show that they didn't quite agree with? Like, that stuff does happen, y'all. Don't laugh. It does happen. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what it is. But Drew, she was like, I'm from Chicago. I'm from the Chi. This is Chi-Town, bitch. You better check my profile because the last girl who put her hands on me found her head ran through a gate. Drew was about to go gangster, like all the way gangster. She was about to go in on Latoya, boy. Boy, knuck if you buck, boy. She was about to go in on her. And then when Latoya came to apologize, later, she apologized, for touching her, a so-called apology. She apologized, but she was still being shady, saying stuff like, I'm sorry for touching you, but can I touch you now? Especially that hair. Can I touch the hair? Like, too soon. Toya, too soon. Much, much too soon. Like, give it a minute. Give it a beat. You've been dragging this girl's wig. I mean, all up and down the Atlanta streets. And then, this same wig is the wig that Kenya said looked like a cat sitting on top of Drew's head. And now you asking her, can you touch her hair? Child, Toya was being super shady, super messy. However, while she was also, while she was very, all for apologizing for touching her, grabbing her wrist, she was not so quick to apologize for the wig comment itself. Latoya was like, if your wig is trash, man, then your wig is trash. It is what it is. You know what? I ain't taking it back. Drew was like, take it back. She was like, I ain't taking it back. It is what it is. Your wig is trash. It look like a little cat sitting up there. But Drew, if you ever see this, I've said from the day I first saw that wig on your head that I liked the wig. I didn't think it was that bad. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But then, not only was it a weak apology, but then she bought Drew a new custom wig to present to her as a peace offering. That was a horrible idea. Like, that's like as if, okay, if I was to be like talking about your shoes, talking about your kicks, and then I went out and bought you some brand new kicks, like some Jordans or something like that, to make up for my comment, like, you still are offending her. First you offended her, talking about her choice of wigs, then you go out and buy her a brand new wig, so you still offending her because you buying her something that you think she would look better in than the shit that she had on her head. So no matter how nice or expensive this new wig is, Drew wasn't going to be accepting of that wig, and she should have known that. Like, I wouldn't take his shit. I'd be like, you better take that shit back, and hopefully you can get your money back or put it on your own damn head since it's so nice. That's what I would have told her. But anyway, let me get a sip before we continue on. But back to Marlo, who was so offended by Kenya, setting her up in that little blue closet. Marlo was like, forget that shit. I'm sleeping on the couch. That girl, she done slid 2 couches together, made her a whole full-size bed in the living room, talking about it made her feel as if she was in a nice suite like everybody else. Kenya stood there the next morning cooking breakfast, baking and eggs, waffles, and grits. She was looking at her like, whatever. Sleep on the couch. I don't care. That she was like, that's what you get for being shady to the host. That's what you get. You're lost. But also the next morning, the older, or should I say more mature ladies, found out that they were given the label of aunties, meaning the rest of the ladies were the nieces. Now, although Kenya was not ready to be called nobody's TT, Candy was giving us her famous, that Candy expression. I love when she get that face when she's like irritated or confused or disgusted. She was like, bitch, you better not call me no damn auntie. But Kid and Cynthia, she was like, hey, come through with the shade. Hey. And I was like, Cynthia, are you getting what they're saying? Like, they're saying you're old, played out, set in your ways, you know. I think it just went right over Cynthia's head. She was like, hey, come through with the shade. But out of all the catfights and disagreements, at least one person, which was Marlo, was sincere about working out some issues. Speaking with Candy, Marlo expressed how hurt she was. You know how she felt about Kenya still hating her so much. And I don't think it's so much as hate, because that's a really strong word. But both ladies have clashed a lot over the years and said some very hateful or harmful things to each other. And it definitely didn't matter. You know, it didn't make things better when Kenya ordered all that good smelling food from a local restaurant for only her and her daughter. I mean, yeah, there was other food and snacks in the fridge, but just like with the jet, she couldn't just be considerate by giving them a heads up that she was going out to order some food. Like everybody was thinking, just how rude can she be? And how does she know that other people didn't want to order some hot takeout food? I mean, child, Portia was like, I'm starting to believe that this trip wasn't for all of us. It's like the trip was only for Kenya, her daughter, Latoya, the nanny, and everybody else just crashed her party. Like that's how they were beginning to feel. Kenya was eating all good in the hood, while the ladies had a choice of like some cold cuts, some chips and dips, some carrot sticks, you know, some salami, you know, stuff like that. I'm thinking like, ain't no way in hell I would ever allow Kenya to host any more trips. Not a single one. Nope. As soon as she be like, ladies, I would like to invite you. I'm like, back it up, bitch. Can somebody else, Candy, Portia, somebody help? Somebody else need to plan a trip. Not King. Nope, never again, never again. Your job is over with. You know. But thank goodness for the barbecue pit crew for serving up that entire grilled pig for the ladies. They had a whole spread for macaroni and cheese, greens, cornbread. That food was looking good. Baked beans, potatoes, mashed potato, gravy, you name it, they had it. But I have to be honest when I say, um, that seeing that whole dead pig, I never seen something like that like right in front of me, you know. So I understood how some of them was feeling. Like Tanya was like, man, she told the cook, can you like just grab a fork and like pick some of that off of there and put it on a plate for me? Man, I'm telling you, I knew exactly how she felt because I was looking at that thing like that. It's like a whole carcass. You see all the bones, the ribs. I mean, it's cooked, but damn, it's like still like the whole damn pig sitting on the table. But however, after a minute or two, I would have stuck my fork in that mug and I would have piled that meat on my plate, throw me a little extra barbecue sauce on there, some greens and mac and cheese, and I would have went to town on that pig. But you know what, you guys? What always amazes me with this crew is how they always pick the weirdest times to bring up certain subjects. Like, why the hell did Toya, think it was a great idea to try to give Drew that new wig over dinner? And as a matter of fact, Drew had already found out that Toya was going to purchase the wig for her. And just like a lot of celebrities do, or even people like us, with these YouTube, IG, social media platforms, when we have a hater or a troll, we call it what it is. We call them a fan. So Drew politely got her butt up, went into her bedroom suite, grabbed one of her own professional photos, and scribbled her John Hancock on it to present to Toya. She was like, "To Latoya, my biggest fan." Then after Drew, after her taking the high road, they hugged and they kissed it out, laughed about it, hee hee ha ha, kiki. But Drew was like, now can we please lay this damn wig ashamed to rest? Like, can we please get off my damn wig? Whether it look like a cat or whatever, can we just please lay the wig to rest? So hopefully there won't be no more talk about that damn wig. But finally, on to Marlo confronting Kenya. First of all, I don't know if Kenya's butt is real or not. I don't care. But if it is fake, I don't see why she should feel like she couldn't admit it. But, while Marlo was pouring her heart out to Kenya, Kenya was doing everything but accepting it. And part of the issue was that she feels that Marlo is always trashing her for no darn reason. So as far as their situation goes, I just feel like whether Kenya got a butt lift, butt plugs, butt pads, whatever you call them things, butt injections, or whatever, Marlo shouldn't keep bringing it up. I mean, it's obvious that the butt subject is a sore spot for Kenya. So if Marlo is really attempting to fix things with Kenya, why still keep accusing her of doing something that she repeatedly keeps saying she didn't do? And again, if she did, that's her butt. That's her buttocks. If she has something done to her buttocks, I mean, they all doing something to their bodies, whether it's their hips, their lips, their thighs, their eyes, their hair, their cheekbones. I mean, weight loss surgery. Come on now, they all doing something. So what it is, I don't know. But anyway, that's just how I feel about it. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Let me know how you feel about any of these storylines, any of the characters on the show. Put it in the comment section. And also, again, don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And also follow us on Facebook, IG, Twitter, Stereo, thehoodtable.com website. Please support us on our other platforms. And of course, Cash apps aren't required, but if you feel like blessing your sis a little bit, it's right there. It's right there. $, the Hood Table 402. And thanks everybody for all your support, for tuning in, watching the video, liking and sharing the video. And make sure you always stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant, and don't forget, keep it hood. Bye.